We bring you breaking news this hour from Syria, where it is being reported that so-called Islamic State militants have entered the besieged Palestinian refugee camp in southern Damascus. The Yarmouk camp is home to some 18,000 Palestinian refugees. A United Nations official warned last month that the inhabitants there faced extreme hardship with no electricity and inadequate food and medical supplies. We're also now getting further information on this developing story from my colleagues at BBC Arabic, saying that a spokesperson of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine in General Command in Damascus has told BBC Arabic that fighters of Islamic State and Al-Nusra Front are now in control of most of Yarmouk refugee camp, which is of course situated south of the Syrian capital. The spokesperson went on to say that Islamic State militants, with help from the Al-Nusra Front, stormed the camp from the direction of neighbouring Al-Hajir al-Aswad district and entered the centre of the camp, where clashes are still happening as we speak near to the Palestine mosque. The same news was also confirmed by residents from inside the camp itself, who is speaking to Mahmoud Ali Hamed, a BBC Arabic producer who is currently trying to establish contact with them again, but confirming that the main faction fighting Islamic State inside the camp is now a smaller group who, alongside with 3 Syrian army militants, is doing their best to tackle the clashes that are taking place, according to the Palestinian sources and residents that we have. So on this breaking news then, confirmation we're getting from our colleagues at BBC Arabic and indeed on the Reuters and AP news agency that Islamic State militants have taken and stormed central parts of the Yarmouk refugee camp, which is home to some 18,000 Palestinian refugees in the south of Damascus.
The news came that there were clashes today after members of IS fighters stormed into the southern side of Yarmouk camp from an area called Hajar al-Aswad. I've spoken to the Palestinian ambassador in Damascus, who explained that members of IS have taken control of the southern part of Yarmouk around the Palestine hospital. He told me that members of Jabhat al-Nusra who were operating inside Yarmouk camp have allowed IS fighters in. However, it's been difficult to communicate with residents inside Yarmouk camp to confirm or clarify what is the situation inside the camp. As far as we understand, they haven't taken control of the whole Yarmouk camp, but only the southern part of Yarmouk camp, the area where they entered from.
And we're also understanding from my colleagues at BBC Arabic, Lena, that the IS militants managed to get access and help to the camp alongside Al-Nusra Front militants as well.
The source who told us so is the Palestinian ambassador to Damascus, Mr. Anwar Abdel Hadi, who said that members of Nusra Front inside Yarmouk camp have allowed IS fighters to come in and take control of the southern part of Yarmouk. On social media, some activists have reported clashes inside Yarmouk and some civilian casualties, but it's been hard to communicate with them directly to clarify the situation.
And Lena, this camp is home to some 18,000 refugees. What are conditions like at Yarmouk?
Well, it's been dire conditions. The Yarmouk camp have been under siege for at least 2 years. There were a short period of time where the siege has lifted and some food was allowed in cooperation with the UNRWA, with the UN. The Palestinian ambassador just explained to me, saying that there has been a deal to allow assistance into the Yarmouk camp that was due to take place in the coming days, and he feared that this operation has taken this aid and agreement made to stop it for the coming days.